Hi everyone, and happy Thursday. Kylene here and Keegan. So today I'm going to share a little bit about the process we went through, Keegan, what it's like to work with me, what a protocol is like, and he's going to talk about how it felt and how he feels now. So my name is Kylene Terhune. I'm a personal trainer and functional diagnostic nutrition practitioner. I work with my clients through functional lab testing, hi Amanda, to help them remove the stressors, repair their body, and restore their health. So we're going to talk a little bit about, I'll go through, hi Laura, we're going to go through a little bit of the protocol when I'm done, but I just wanted to bring Keegan on really quickly. And if you guys, hi Cheryl, if you guys didn't get a chance to listen to the podcast this week, it launches every Monday. And if you want details about his test results, those are in this week's podcast. So the TinyFitDiva podcast, hi Shelly, and this past episode on Monday was all about the difference between test 1 for him and test 2. And I talk about how he's feeling, but he's going to talk about how he's feeling now. So back in October and November of last year, what was happening?
My stomach is cramping pretty bad. Like, it would kind of go on and off all day, so it would hurt a lot for a second, and then it would just kind of ease off, and I would be like, okay, I think I'm going to be okay, and then it would come on full force again. And so, like, I just couldn't focus because of the pain and worry. Like, it made me anxious that it was going to happen again, and so I was out of school for a month.
All in total. So he was getting sick on and off the beginning of the school year, and so it ended up being a total of almost a month. But the part that was really severe was about 2 weeks in a row, right? So, so we ended up getting some stool testing done. Well, first we went to see about 4 different doctors, and they couldn't tell us anything other than he was constipated, and to give him Miralax flush. But did the Miralax flush help much?
It helped a little bit.
It helped a little bit, but you were still in pain.
Yeah.
It kept coming back, and that wasn't resolving the actual issue. So, hi Jamie. So I ordered him a stool test to kind of see if we could figure out what the underlying cause of this, what was actually happening. So I did get the results, and they were pretty significant findings. He had some crazy bacteria, he had a parasite, he had an incredibly suppressed immune system, like almost non-existent, which I didn't go into the whole thing, but he was getting sick every 2 weeks at the school year, would hold on to it for a long time, not be able to get over it. He'd finally start feeling better, he'd go back to school, he'd get sick again. So again, if you want to listen to the whole story, I go into it in detail on the podcast, and that one launched Monday. But so his incredibly suppressed immune system. So basically, we put him on some supplements to target the bacteria and to boost his immune system. So the goal really was to remove the stressors and to repair. So we wanted to calm any inflammation. We wanted to boost his immune system. We basically wanted to get him feeling better. And we wanted him pooping regularly. That was another big goal that we had. And so part of that, hi Anna, was to also dial in on his nutrition. So let's talk about that for a little bit, because were you really on board in the beginning with the nutrition?
No. I wanted my Cheez-Its.
So we were already gluten-free and paleo, but what we were doing, because of so much dysbiosis and what was going on, we wanted to make sure that we weren't feeding anything that really craves sugar. And so we went on a really strict no sugar policy, and it was supposed to be about 90 days, but we had some setbacks, so we ended up stretching it out a little bit to make sure that we had the results that we wanted. But what happened about halfway through your protocol?
Problems.
Why? Go ahead. They already know. I already told them on the podcast. But I want to hear your perspective on it, because they want to know, like, what was going on in your head.
I don't remember.
He found a whole bag. Hi, Steven. Hi, Kimberly. He found a whole bag of candy that he thought was hiding from us, or that he thought we were hiding. Hi, Linda. They thought we were hiding from him. What happened?
And then I ate the whole thing. It was really good. Like, it was really tasty.
And then what happened?
And then I got sick again.
He had to stay home from school another day. So he was able to make the correlation between the sugar and the not great foods, and that, stopping him up, causing him cramping, not feeling good, that sort of thing. He wasn't 100% through his protocol as well, so, we wanted to make sure that we finished strong. But then we also talked about motivation. So what ended up actually motivating you long term to stick to it and be more strict?
Because I didn't want to be like an old person and slow and like angry. I mean, I'm still sort of angry all the time. But.
No, you're not. Why would you say that? So we really sat down and we talked about, hi Allison, we talked about motivation and we talked about his goals. What's your goal for school?
I want to get to the Naval Academy, which is pretty hard.
So we were talking about if you have big goals like that and you want to be in the military in general, you can't have, a ton of food sensitivities. You can't be chronically sick or anything like that. So you need to really dial in for about 90 days and get on board so that you can become a healthy adult. And so when we really tapped into the motivation, you were much more compliant. So what changed between November and now in terms of how you're feeling?
I related.
No, in terms of how you're feeling.
So I feel better. I have more energy. I poop regularly. That's good.
Everybody wants to know for inquiring minds. Hi, Abigail.
I also feel like I'm more positive. Would you say that I'm more positive?
Yeah, yes. I would say you have a better control on your moods now than you did, which we were talking about in the car recently. So it's really interesting with teenagers because there's a lot of excuses through puberty. Well, I break out because of hormones. I'm moody because of hormones. I have all these, I have weight gain during puberty because of hormones, all this kind of stuff. That is a part of it, but so much of that is controllable through our lifestyle, nutrition, and environment that we do actually have control over. So when he got on board, he came back and he said, because he went back to school after Christmas, and he went back and he said, I'm able to focus more in school, and his grades actually went up. And he didn't have bad grades to begin with, but his grades went up. And like he said, the pain went away. Like, you've never had that again.
Nope.
Yeah.
Unless it's like I ate something bad.
Yeah. He's never had stay home from school, cramping, debilitating, constipation, anything like that. His moods improved, his grades improved, and we are still working on a little bit of his protocol right now, but it's way less intense. And so we're kind of in a manageable phase right now, and eventually he'll, be off all supplements, maybe take a probiotic here and there. But basically, the thing that's really great about kids is that they respond really quickly in terms of their physical healing ability. So we saw that within about 1 or 2 months. You think?
Yep.
Okay. Got homework?
Yeah.
Anything else you want to share with the viewers?
Do what she tells you to do, because it makes you feel good. And
I didn't even tell him to say that.
My work ethic is better. Get promotions, raises, stuff like that. I don't know what that is. It's like, but it's probably good.
All right, good job. See you later. Or do homework.
Goodbye.
Okay, so I just wanted to chat with you because it might be nice, if you have a kid that has some food sensitivities or has some health struggles, it's always good in any situation to feel like you're not alone and that other people have, experiences as well. I'm working with an autoimmune client right now, and one of the big encouragements for her was finding someone that has a similar lifestyle that's going through similar things. And so, it is really encouraging to work with kids. He actually kind of inspired me that I'd love to work with more kids, because I feel like if you can really set them up to be physically well through puberty and educate them and teach them exactly what that means so that they can then listen to their own body, because halfway through he had this setback, but that was actually a good thing because then he was able to correlate it personally with how he was feeling. So if you can teach kids and have them correlate and speak to their motivation, they're much more likely then to go into adulthood in a healthy way. Hi, Ashley. Hi, Doug. So I wanted to briefly talk about remove, repair, restore, and what that looks like. Hi, Sarah. So remove, when I'm talking about remove, that can mean different things depending on what client I'm working with. So, but what ultimately the umbrella of remove is remove the stressors. So that could be emotional stress, mental stress. That could be physical stress like food sensitivities. It could be physical stress in terms of pathogens that we work on, that we find testing with. For other people, I don't always do testing on everybody. Sometimes I might just do the nutritional approach, and so that would be working with some foods there that may be causing some inflammation or causing some food sensitivities. We want to repair. This is a big step. So think about some popular elimination diets out there right now. The premise is to remove inflammatory foods for a period of time, allow your gut to heal, and then you systematically bring them back in one at a time to listen to your body and figure out exactly what it is that your body likes and what's the perfect diet for you, or what I say, #youtrition. What's your perfect you-trition, right? But the problem, there's two problems with this sort of approach. One, most people do the elimination part and skip the reintroduction part. They just look at it as a cleanse, as another diet, and so on day 30 or however long it is, they're like, I've accomplished this, boom, I go back to the way I normally eat. That's not what elimination diets are intended for. That's not what they're created for. That's not what they're designed to do. They're designed to teach you, hi CJ, they're designed to teach you about your body. And if you don't do that second part, it's really crucial. You're missing the entire benefit of an elimination diet if you skip the reintroduction period. The second problem with just doing a an elimination diet is when it's just focused on taking things out, you miss the really crucial part of repairing. So when you have a lot of food sensitivities, you definitely have inflammation going on in your gut. You have a compromised immune system, you have some damage in that mucosal lining, you have some inflammation, and so what you want to do is not just remove the stuff that's causing the inflammation and causing the damage, which alone will help, but you also want to bring in things that are soothing, that are healing, and that are really helpful. So that's the repair part. So in terms of food, one thing that you guys can incorporate on your own without me coaching you is daily bone broth. It's super easy to make, it's super delicious, it's super nutritious, and you get all the minerals and the collagen from the joints. Hi Rebecca, and you get just such amazing stuff. Plus, it's super delicious and you can drink it like coffee. So that's one thing that you can do to repair. But with my clients, it sort of depends on, how intense it is. Are we just doing food? Or do we have an intense issue that we're working on? Like, I've had people that have all of the above: worms, parasites, H. pylori, bacterial imbalances, candida. I mean, you check off the list of things that are on gut dysbiosis. Some people have all of them. And in that case, your body may need extra support. It may need extra. You may have to take some supplementation to target, obviously, the different pathogens. You may have to take some things to support your body at that time. And of course, focus heavily on nutrition. And then we have the restore phase. So in restore, we focus, it sort of overlaps. All three of the phases kind of overlap in different areas, but restore is really about restoring your health, but it's also about restoring your immune system, restoring your microbiome, getting all those good bugs. So that includes things like bringing joy into your life. So we talk a lot about stress less, right? But it's not just about taking out some of the negative stuff. It's always, there's a counter to everything. There's a yin and yang, there's a balance to everything. And so it's not always about taking the bad stuff out. And same with the food. You want to bring the good stuff, the healing, the soothing nutrients in. It's the same thing with your emotions. You don't just want to take all the stressful things out, get rid of the toxic people in your life, right? You also want to bring things in that bring joy. So you want to watch funny movies. You want to hang out with friends that make you laugh. You want to do something silly. You want to bring things that take you not just avoiding going down, but things that bring you up and lift you up. And you want to surround yourself with those people. So that's sort of my approach when I work with my clients, is to remove the stressors, repair the damage, and restore health. And like I said, throughout the process, they all kind of interweave, they kind of all work together, they kind of overlap a lot. And for most people, this process is very helpful. Now, there may be some people that there's maybe another thing going on a little deeper. You may have an autoimmune condition. You may have heavy metal toxicity. You may have some things that are a little more rare. But for the majority of the population, when you work on your nutrition and you go through that process of remove, repair, restore, most people are going to see more energy, better sleep, healthy weight, all of the things, clearer skin, everything that people come to you asking for, you know, oh, I'm struggling with this. The remove, repair, restore is pretty effective for 90% of the people. So I kind of wanted to just share that with you in case you're curious about what I do. But the fun part of my job is functional lab testing, because that is what allows me to really get in and see, hi Sarah, the specifics of what's going on. So what bacteria are overgrowing? Is there a yeast overgrowth? Is there a parasite? You know, where are the hormones going? Are they being eliminated? Are they being methylated properly out of the body? You know, kind of what's happening, and it gives me such great information. I recently just did a micronutrient test on myself, and that was really informative and fun as well. So there's a ton of really cool information. But if you guys have questions, I'm going to wrap this up here, but if you guys have any questions specifically about functional lab testing, make sure you join my webinar that I'm running on Saturday at 9 a.m. It's all about functional lab testing 101. You guys can ask me any questions you have. I will run over 2 specific labs, and I'll kind of cover in detail what they show me in the markers and give you some information there. But if you guys are interested in working on your own health journey and working on your own gut health and balancing your hormones and getting better sleep and more energy, then you might want to be signing up for my Hormone Hacker program, and we start working together September 1st. It's a 10-week program. We're going to include nutrition as the absolute foundation, but we're going to get detailed. So we're going to learn about what foods cause inflammation that maybe we want to eliminate, what foods support hormones and support gut health that we want to bring in. Bone broth will be in there, you guys. You get a good, yummy bone broth recipe. And then we're also going to talk about lifestyle. Like I said, we're going to talk about stressing less, bringing in joy. We're going to have all of that information for you in the 10-week program. And it is 10 weeks because I want you to be able to establish lifelong habits. You can ask questions. There will be live videos. There's going to be webinars that are pre-established, so you can set the date and join me. It's going to be a lot of fun. So don't forget the webinar this Saturday at 9 a.m. Hormone Hacker launches September 1st. It's already launched. You can go to my website, TinyFitDiva.com/hormonehacker. If you're interested in signing up, just let me know. The prices do go up the closer we get to September 1st, and right now it is $197, so it's less than $20 a week to participate. Let me know if you have any questions. And if you do want to participate, I will just say there will be motivation to sign up and maybe a discount if you come to the webinar and are live with me on Saturday. So check it out and let me know if you have any questions, guys. Hope you have a great day. Bye.